Today, we are checking out a brand new home in a community where our builder is giving you the opportunity to fully customize your home. And with prices starting in the mid 200s, you guys have a lot of flexibility to customize that home of your choice. So if that sounds interesting to you, make sure you guys stay tuned because you're not going to want to miss this one. Before we jump into the home tour, I want to make sure you guys are currently familiar with where we are located. And today we are in Haines City. Haines City has been booming with new construction, offering more affordable options than nearby cities without sacrificing access to shopping, dining, and outdoor fun like Lake Ava Park, which we are currently looking at. And this growing city is perfectly positioned between Tampa and Orlando, with Orlando being just over 50 minutes away, giving you access to world-class attractions like Walt Disney World being 30 minutes away, as well as other theme parks and professional sporting teams as well. With Tampa offering very similar amenities, being just over an hour away, you have access to professional sporting teams, theme parks, our West Coast beaches, and so much more, making Haines City a great place to reside, ensuring that you're close to it all while still being able to maintain your peace and quiet. Now, if you're new to me or my channel, my name is Dylan Concepcion, a real estate advisor in the Central Florida area, and I help people buy, sell, and relocate to Central Florida. So if you're thinking about making a move, reach out to us because we love to help you make that decision. All my information is going to be on the screen as well as in the description. And now, before I jump into this home, I want to talk a little bit about what our community has to offer. And our community has homes ranging in sizes from 1,500 square feet all the way to above 3,000 square feet, as well as base pricing, clocking right in at the mid-2s, going all the way up to the mid-3s. And the home that we're going to be checking out today has 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, with a 2-car garage sitting right at 1,511 square feet. And now, before we kick this home tour off, at the end of the video, we go over a numbers breakdown with Coach Contra, detailing things like our loan options, down payments, as well as what a monthly payment would look like at a purchase price. So if you guys are interested in the educational side of this home tour, make sure you stick around for the end of the video. So with that being said, let's kick this home tour off and I'll meet you guys at the front of the home. Welcome in, everybody. So let's kick this home tour off. As soon as you step into the home, you're going to walk into a smaller foyer where we're going to see these gray LVP floors throughout the home. And continuing through the foyer takes us straight to the main open concept of the home, where you're going to see your kitchen, your dining table, as well as your living space. Now, this is going to be the smallest home in the community at 1,511 square feet. And this home was viewer requested, so shout out to the lady who commented on our previous video of us touring the 1989 plan, which will pop up right here. If you guys haven't seen that, feel free to go check that one out after you finish this one. And if you guys are ever curious about other models, communities, feel free to just drop them in the comments and we'll get to them for you. I absolutely love when you guys engage with me and react to my content. So jumping back into the tour, as I mentioned in the intro, our builder allows you guys to fully customize this home. So as we walk through the tour, I'm going to point out structural upgrades here and there to give you guys an idea of what you can and can't do. So with that being said, we're going to jump into that living room just behind us. In our living space, we'll see our first structural upgrade being these vaulted ceilings carrying out through the entire open areas of the home. You're also going to see a ceiling fan where you'll have the opportunity to pick that out on the design center. And we have a good size wall, perfect for that massive 75-inch screen television you guys are gonna bring in. And we're gonna have those sliding doors taking us directly to our uncovered lanai, which brings us to our next structural upgrade, being that you can turn this uncovered lanai into a covered lanai when you guys go to build. Now, stepping back in from the uncovered lanai, just next to our living space is going to be a small dining area where you guys are going to see we have a hanging fixture that you'll be able to pick out at your design center, as well as we have those 2 side-facing windows bringing in a good amount of natural light to this open space. And directly facing our dining room is going to be our kitchen, where you guys are going to have the 36-inch uppers with crown molding, and then a huge island with a breakfast bar, which brings us to that next structural upgrade, which is going to be our island. Now in our kitchen currently, we have a large size island with a breakfast bar, but in our standard kitchen, all you would get is going to be the L-shaped kitchen you guys are currently seeing in open space. No island comes included. That's an upgrade you guys will get to pick once you go to build, along with these bad boys right here. The 24-inch cabinets on top of the fridge. That's also going to be a structural upgrade you guys can choose when you go to build. And then I know it's like upgrade central right now. Our refrigerator is also going to be an upgrade. Typically, it's never included in new construction homes, but again, this is something you'd be able to pick out at your design center. And I already spoke about our cabinets. We have these dark brown 36-inch uppers, and they have crown molding. I'm gonna do a quick soft close test. As you guys can see, we got a nice soft close in this home, typically going to be an upgrade as well. I know lots of upgrades, so let's talk about what comes standard in this home. Our dishwasher. Our dishwasher is universally going to be standard, along with these two right behind me, which I will get back to. I want to talk about this double sink right here. You're going to have this nice deep stainless steel sink that is right in front of a window. And every time I see a window sink, I'm always reminded how nice it really is. It's always nice to be able to look outside of the window, see a little bit of that outside space while you're cleaning dishes, putting dishes away, whatever it may be. So now coming back again to the two appliances I left off on, we're going to have this is actually an upgrade. Sorry, I wasn't expecting this. This is going to be an upgrade. What we would normally be here is going to be a microwave. You have the range upgrade right here. And then as a standard feature, our oven stove combo is almost always included. So the three appliances that are pretty much universal in terms of standard is going to be your oven stove, your microwave, and then your dishwasher, which we pointed out a little bit earlier. Just behind me is going to be our pantry. So let's go ahead and check it out. All right, so we just finished getting a look at our kitchen. Now next up, we're going to just walk down the hall, which takes us to our first two bedrooms and bathroom. And before we take a look at those first two bedrooms or bathroom, we have a linen closet just right here. And now let's check out our first bathroom just to the right of you guys. In our first bathroom, you're going to see a single vanity sink with a long countertop. And then on the other side, we're going to have that shower tub combo with the plastic insert. And I know not too many people are fond of the plastic inserts. The good news is that you can change this at your design center and have those ceramic tiles going all the way up, or even switch out the tub into an all glass step-in. Now just on the other side of our bathroom, we're going to have this long countertop. So there's a few things we can do with it. We have a single vanity with the vanity space underneath. And now we can change this to having a double sink with cabinet space underneath, or you can even just add extra cabinet space here and keep this all blank. So those are the changes we can make in our bathroom. So now we're gonna exit our bathroom and step back into the hallway. This right here, it's just going to be an AC. I like to show you guys what's behind all the doors so your mind isn't left to wonder and be curious. It's just our AC, nothing crazy. Now as we step forward, we're reaching the end of the hallway. We're gonna have our the first two bedrooms of this home, excuse me. So we're gonna call this one bedroom number one, and let's start here. In bedroom number one, we are going to have a single side-facing window, and we're also going to see no carpets in this bedroom. That is going to be an upgrade. A standard feature would be our carpets in the bedroom, and one feature I love about this bedroom is that it's going to have a walk-in closet, along with a front-facing window, bringing in some natural light to our closet, which is always nice. And across the hall is bedroom number two, where in bedroom number two, you're going to have another side-facing window, along with, again, guys, there's no cozy carpets. We're going to have these LVP floors throughout the home. That is going to be an additional upgrade. And just like our first bedroom, we're going to have our walk-in closet in bedroom number two as well. And I absolutely love that both of our bedrooms have walk-in closets. All they need is a little bit of love, right? Just add a few more extra shelves and then you're really maximizing the space in there. Now, you guys are actually standing in the coat closet, so let's take a quick look. And I would honestly just like to add a bunch of more shelves. In Florida, coat closets are extremely underutilized. Add some more shelves in there and then boom, you have a really nice size linen right there. To the right of me is going to be our laundry room that connects to our 2-car garage. Now in our laundry room, you guys are seeing no washer and dryer, and just like our refrigerator, those 2 appliances do not come included. You would have the opportunity to pick them out at your design center. And connecting to our laundry room is going to be our 2-car garage. Now we just finished taking a look at our first 2 bedrooms and bathroom on this wing of the home, and before I exit, I just want to talk about one thing real fast. Our builder builds energy efficient homes, and they have a quick energy savings comparison right here where you can see that in a new home, you're looking at $113 a month for your energy bill versus $279. And I can confirm that that is pretty accurate because my energy bill is a lot higher. So one of the benefits of having a new home is obviously looking towards those lowered energy costs, especially when our builder builds energy efficient. So we're gonna keep walking out of that. We just finished, like I said, we took a look at our first 2 bedrooms and bathroom. We're walking through the overall flow of the home to that last stop of our tour, which is going to be our master bedroom. So just behind this door, oops, excuse me, without further ado, let's go take a look. Where in our master bedroom, we're going to have those 2 rear-facing windows, bringing in a good amount of natural light to our master. And again, guys, we are not stepping onto cozy carpets. We have the upgraded LVP floors throughout the entire home. And another feature that I love to see in our master is that we have our walk-in closets in the bedroom, not in the bathroom. Typically, in a lot of new construction nowadays, we're seeing that the walk-in closet goes inside the bathroom. So it's definitely a nice change of pace to have it right here in the room. Let's go take a look. Now you just got to take a look at that walk-in closet. Now on the opposite end of the bedroom is going to be our master bathroom. So let's go ahead and take a look. In our master bath, we're going to have those double vanity sinks with the same cabinets and countertops we saw from our kitchen. And remember, if you don't like the colors, we can easily change those out at the design center. We're also going to have a window just above the throne, and it's always nice to have a little bit extra natural light coming into our bathroom. And an added plus being that our windows come frosted. And then we're going to have that shower tub combo with the plastic insert, same that we saw in our first bathroom. Another thing we have, and I'm gonna point out because it's gonna be a structural upgrade, is a linen closet right here. So take a quick look. And this is actually a walk-in linen, which is always nice to see. You get to enjoy a little bit more space inside the linen closet. And just like our first bathroom, again, if you don't like the plastic insert, a lot of people don't, you guys can opt in and get the ceramic tiles that go all the way up to the ceiling. And there's a few other options you guys can play with. You guys could opt in for a soaker tub, remove the linen closet entirely and replace it with a step-in shower enclosure. You guys could also do an extended step-in shower enclosure, getting rid of just the tub and keeping the linen closet too, which gives us a lot of opportunity and flexibility to customize our home to our actual liking, which is one thing I really like about these builders. And now that is going to conclude our tour for the day. So thanks for stopping by, you guys. I truly do appreciate it, especially if you're still watching. And if you're still watching, there's just one thing left for you to do, and it's stick around for Coach G and his numbers breakdown. And I'll catch you all in the kitchen for the outro. Peace. Welcome back, everybody, and thanks for stopping by my class. My name is Coach Contra, and we're gonna jump straight into it today, starting off with our home value. And this home clocks in right at a value of $247,490. And that is going to be a base price, meaning you get to go to a design center, pick out all your interior finishes, structural upgrades, bumping up that price, giving you the opportunity to truly customize this home. So let's talk about what a monthly payment looks like at this purchase price. So as I mentioned, you go to a design center as well as structural upgrades. So I'm going to add $25,000 to kind of mimic what you would spend at a design center. So adding $25,000 gives us an adjusted price of $272,490. And we're going to go with an FHA loan, giving us a down payment of 3.5%, giving us a down payment of $9,537. And you'll need a credit score of 580 to qualify for our FHA loan. And now our interest rates are currently floating around in the sixes, so I gave us a 6.5%, giving us a monthly payment of $1,662 a month, and it is not including any HOA, CDDs, property taxes, and so forth. So keep that in mind, guys. This is before we add those numbers on. Jumping forward, as I mentioned, HOA, let's talk about it. In this community, we're going to have an HOA of $11 a month, so super low. But we have a heavy CDD in this community, giving us a CDD of $190 a month, but that guarantees your guys' amenities are going to be finished. Everything will be taken care of in this community. Now, moving forward, let's jump into some fun stuff. Let's talk about incentives. And our community is currently offering $7,500 towards your closing costs. So you guys get to save $7,500 when you go to pay your closing costs. And now, as I jump forward, I just want to make sure you guys are aware that I'm not a lender, so the numbers that I'm going to be providing are not 100% accurate. They're for educational purposes only, to kind of give you guys an idea of where to start. So moving into our tax estimate, we're going to have an annual tax bill of $5,527 for the annual tax bill. Now jumping forward, we're going to jump into some more loan options. We used an FHA for our example earlier, so now we're going to jump into some more popular loans, starting off with our conventional. And the most common down payments we see are 3%, 5%, and 10%. So at a down payment of 3%, we're looking at a down payment of $8,174. At 5%, our down payment is going to be $13,624. And at 10%, our down payment is going to be $27,249 with a credit score of 620 to qualify. Now I'm asked what's the difference between FHA and conventional, and the main difference between the two is going to be PMI, primary mortgage insurance, where on a conventional loan, our PMI is going to be there up until you own 20% equity in the home. Whereas with an FHA, that PMI, which can be several $100s, is going to be there the entire duration of the loan, so either 15 to 30 years. Now, if you need to go FHA for credit purposes or down payment purposes, that is okay, because you can refinance out of your FHA once you hit that 20% equity mark and have that PMI taken off. So now moving forward, before I jump into our next two loans, which are both 100% financing loans, I want to talk about our Hometown Heroes program. And our Hometown Heroes has returned. You'll need a credit score of 640 to qualify. And what our Hometown Heroes does is provide $10,000 in down payment assistance for our first-time responders, so doctors, nurses, teachers, anything of that nature, firefighters, police officers, EMTs. Now, if you want to reach out to me and find out if your job is potentially covered by that program, perfect, reach out to me or Dylan and we got you. And guys, remember, if this is something you want to take advantage of, these funds are limited and they go very fast. They renewed at the beginning of January, so keep that in mind, guys. It's already been almost a month, so this is something you want to take advantage of. Reach out to me or Dylan ASAP. Now moving forward, back to our 100% financing loans. Our first loan we're going to talk about is our USDA, which is a 100% financing loan with a credit score of 640 to qualify, just like our Hometown Heroes. Now our USDA has income requirements as well as other guidelines that our buyer and home must pass in order for this loan to work for you guys. So keep that in mind as you're utilizing this information. Jumping forward, it's our final loan of the day, which is going to be our VA. Shout out to all my veterans out there. We truly do appreciate everything you guys do. And the VA appreciates it so much that they hook it up with a 100% financing loan. That is a big whopping $0 down. With a credit score of 620 to qualify, all my veterans are responsible for bringing to their closing table is their closing costs. Speaking of which, closing cost is our final segment. And I usually calculate closing costs at a rule of thumb of 4%. Now on average, 3% of the purchase price is a good rule of thumb. I calculate at 4% to kind of give you guys a little bit extra space. Like I said, these numbers are for educational purposes only, to give you guys an idea of where to start. So at a rule of thumb of 4%, our closing costs are going to be $10,900, and that's rounded up to the nearest dollar. And that's going to be my final segment of the day. So thanks for stopping by, you guys, and back to you, Dylan. Thank you, Coach C. We appreciate you as always. And as you guys can see, we are back in the kitchen. As a final recap today, we were in Haines City once again, checking out our Builders 1511. It has 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and sits right at 1,511 square feet. And now this is usually the point in the video where I take a quick second to say thank you to anybody who's still watching, or if you've been showing love and supporting my content and channel previously, I truly do appreciate it. And if you haven't heard me say it yet, my name is Dylan Concepcion, a real estate advisor in the Central Florida area, and I go all over Central Florida touring new construction communities and homes so you guys don't have to. So if you found any value in today's video or my previous content, you should consider hitting that like button and subscribing. One, because it is free and it helps my channel go a long way, and who doesn't love free things? But 2, it keeps you guys in the loop so you aren't missing any opportunities similar to this one. And I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.